Hi, greetings. I am Joseph Martin Jose, and the title of my presentation is Philosophy's Role in Theorizing Online Friendships. The proliferation of online friendships, with their accompanying benefits, promises, dangers, and risks, propelled scholars from various disciplines to theorize online friendships. However, the role of the discipline of philosophy in such theorizing remains unarticulated, if not unclear. Fleshing out philosophy's role in theorizing online friendship is important because it puts to the fore the contribution that philosophy can make in thinking about online friendships. Contributions that might not have been provided yet by other disciplines but are equally essential. In light of such, this paper endeavors to identify the role that philosophy can play in theorizing online friendships. It shall show that the possible role of philosophy in theorizing online friendships lies in the contribution it can make in answering and clarifying foundational questions asked by other disciplines about the nature of online friendship and friendship, the contribution it can give in securing a good foundation for the normative claims proffered by other disciplines regarding online friendship, and the contribution it can provide in crafting frameworks or lenses based on classic and contemporary philosophical views on friendship through which online friendship can be scrutinized by other disciplines. One of the key areas of human life that benefited from internet technology is friendship. Our contemporary time has witnessed a proliferation of online friendships. These friendships either come in the form of purely online interactions or a mixture of online and offline interactions but with a high degree of online interaction. Compared to the offline world, cyberspace offers immediate access to more people, and similarities in interests and ideals are more easily detected. The internet also provides an avenue for online friends to engage in shared activities such as playing online games. On a different sphere, Zezelj, Ioannou, Frank, Saltis, and Martinovic argue that online intergroup friendships are able to facilitate a decrease in prejudice and an increase in positive feelings towards rival groups among youths of post-conflict societies such as Serbia, Cyprus, and Croatia. On the other hand, on a more individual level, Buote, Wood, and Pratt contend that online communication provides an opportunity for less socially skilled individuals to form friendships. Amichai Hamburger, Kingsbury, and Schneider affirm Buote, Wood, and Pratt in saying that those who do not or cannot benefit from real-world companionship of offline friends, cyber companionship can have meaningful benefits. The internet brings with it a gamut of benefits. It is not without a number of disadvantages, dangers, and risks. In the area of friendship, Buote, Wood, and Pratt argue that although the internet has some benefits for less socially skilled individuals, it is also possible that the virtual environment could further limit successful friendship formation. The prevalence of cyberbullying online cannot also be overlooked, and as friends largely draw, influence, and shape each other's selves, there are concerns about online friends' unhealthy norms, habits, and behaviors. One of the unhealthy behaviors that worry scholars is the excessive use of internet technology, to the point that such use interferes with face-to-face interaction or other aspects of daily living, hence becoming pathological or addictive. Meanwhile, Pope Francis considers what he calls the illusion of digital communication as one of the dark clouds over a closed world today. Pope Francis, in his encyclical Fratelli Tutti, writes that digital relationships which do not demand the slow and gradual cultivation of friendships have the appearance of sociability, yet they do not really build community. Digital connectivity is not enough to build bridges. The internet, penetrating almost every aspect of our lives, is bolstered by the advent of the coronavirus disease 2019 pandemic. With the accompanying physical distancing that is required to mitigate the transmission of the virus, we are forced to migrate face-to-face offline activities to the online realm. In the case of friendships, this meant that shared activities that are usually done by friends face-to-face offline had to be done online. The changes that the COVID-19 pandemic brought to our relationships, especially to our friendships, however, is not without insights that many realized in the course of the past year. Accompanying the overthinking, whether negative or positive, about friendship is a reflection or questioning of our understanding of friendship, especially in terms of its nature and its significance to our lives. Watson almost always gets an affirmative answer from her respondents in asking the question, "Do you think the pandemic has made you reflect on the significance of your friendships?" Watson further shares, "Many speak to me using these clear terms. They illustrate what they have learned or what they notice is now missing in their friendships." Watson even goes to the extent of saying that suddenly everyone is an expert on friendship, and was surprised by how much people had to say about how they tried or failed to sustain their friendships under restrictions. The foregoing has shown that while online friendships have various benefits, advantages, and even promises, it also has dangers, risks, and disadvantages that needs to be addressed. Various scholars from different fields such as sociology, psychology, and media studies preferred a variety of ways to address the risks, dangers, and disadvantages accompanying the proliferation of online friendships. While we do not have the space to elaborate on these preferred solutions, suffice to say that there is an agreement among scholars about the inevitability of touching upon the nature of online friendship, and for that matter, the nature of friendship, in the process of analyzing the phenomenon of online friendships and in thinking of ways on how to address its problems. Amichai Hamburger, Kingsbury, and Schneider note, for instance, that the advent of Facebook has been seen by many to have modified the definition of the word friend among some of the many millions of Facebook users. And in their review of the literature that deals with the implications of electronic communication to friendship, Amichai Hamburger, Kingsbury, and Schneider argue that such literature is based on a highly oversimplified concept of what friendship is and means. Hood, Creed, and Mills agree with Amichai Hamburger, Kingsbury, and Schneider in saying that another consideration when examining online friends is that the definition of friend is likely to be broader than that used in other contexts. Amatuli, Guido, and Barbarito, in fleshing out the implications of their study about online friendships to fields such as marketing, also share the same view in maintaining that the nature of friendship on SNS or social networking sites is different from friendship in offline contexts. These social scientific studies about online friendships also went to the point of inquiring about the unreality or non-genuineness of online friendship in contrast to the reality or genuineness of face-to-face offline friendship. Leung and McBride Chang, for example, in their recommendation, suggests that future studies should include longitudinal comparison of online friendship in MMOGs or massively multiplayer online games versus friendship in real life to provide a clear pattern of whether online friendship could actually replace or reduce the quality of real-life friendship or not. Amatuli, Guido, and Barbarito, on the other hand, reveal that individuals accrue an extremely wide number of friends on SNS or social networking sites, but they do not consider their virtual friends as real friends. Amatuli, Guido, and Barbarito conclude that online relationships are not genuine friendships. Now, these endeavors to reflect about the nature of online friendship and friendship, whether done consciously or unconsciously, are endeavors that are by nature foundational. Questions such as, what is the nature of online friendship? What is the nature of friendship? Are online friendships really or genuinely friendships? Are the essential features of friendship in the face-to-face offline world realizable in the online world? Is my online friend really a friend? Does online friendship have a value? If it does have a value, what kind of value does it have? How should we approach online friendship given the kind of value it has? Should we cultivate it, nurture it, develop it? Or should we confront it with suspicion or even throw it away altogether? These are foundational questions whose answers serve as the foundation on which our other beliefs and ways by which we think about online friendship and friendship rests. As such, by virtue of the foundational nature of the aforementioned inquiries, philosophers have an opportunity to participate in efforts to think about how internet technology changed the way we live our contemporary lives and how such changes propelled us to re-examine the way we think about the nature of online friendship and friendship. Construed as a discipline that endeavors to examine and clarify the foundational concepts upon which other concepts that matter in our lives rest, philosophy surely has something substantial and meaningful to offer in the ongoing discussions. The contribution of philosophers to ongoing discussions becomes more pressing when one realizes that the direction by which the discussion is taking is already inquiring about the reality, genuineness, or unreality, non-genuineness of online friendships. An inquiry that is proper, though not exclusive, to the discipline of philosophy, which has been concerned since time immemorial about the reality, metaphysics, and value, axiology of things that exist in the world. Surely, the ongoing discussions may benefit from philosophers clarifying the bold claims about the alleged unreality, non-genuineness of online friendships in contrast to the alleged reality or non-genuineness of face-to-face offline. It is also worth noting that the ongoing non-philosophical discussions about online friendships contain normative claims about how we ought to approach online friendships. For instance, Lima, Marquez, Muinius, and Camilo write that the digitalization of our lives should not replace the value of promoting and keeping offline friendships. The possibility of living a second life in a digital context where multiple social media networks coexist is an interesting possibility, but one that should be regarded with great caution. Leung and McBride Chang, on the other hand, take a more positive position in saying that we should keep an open mind when evaluating the potential risks and benefits that children and adolescents may have in the cyber world. The discipline of philosophy can surely contribute to this evaluation of potential risks and benefits of online friendships by examining the reasons provided by non-philosophy scholars upon which the normative claims about online friendships rest. Through such examination, philosophy, especially applied ethics, will be able to aid in securing a good foundation for the said normative claims, or be able to aid in clarifying such normative claims. Finally, friendship has been in one way or another a concern of philosophers throughout the history of philosophy, from Confucius and Aristotle to Kant and Nietzsche and beyond. As such, the classic and contemporary philosophical views on friendship can serve as frameworks or lenses through which online friendships can be scrutinized and interrogated. In addition, engaging in recent issues on online friendship is an opportunity for philosophers to recast or reshape the classic and contemporary views on friendship in light of online friendship. Considering that these classic and contemporary views are views about friendship prior to the rise and proliferation of internet technology and consequently prior to the rise and proliferation of online friendships. It will be interesting to see how these classic and contemporary views on friendship will stand or not in the face of these recent developments in technology and friendship. There may have been new facets of friendship that arise in online friendships that classic and contemporary philosophical views on friendship may have overlooked or failed to take into account. These are my references. Thank you for listening.